welcome back for another review. Today we're taking a look at Super Robot Chogokin Daijyujin, or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord, or Dino Megazord, depending on how old you were when you first saw it. If you saw it for 2010 and you got the toy and it says Dino Megazord, then to you it's the Dino Megazord. But for a lot of old school fans of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from the 90s, this is the Megazord. Back from 1993 Season 1's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I'm doing a comeback of the 20-year anniversary of Power Rangers, so I'm going to celebrate by doing a review of my comeback of Daijyujin. Right, the packaging. Well, the packaging is the standard, I think, Super Robot Chogokin. We got back details and expressions, Daijyujin at the front and side. Underneath, Daijyujin coloured, and the top, Daijyujin black and white. Sides with numbers that I don't read, and we might need to call, like Dawson right always says, needs a call. And here we have Daijyujin. So let's crack this baby open, and let's get this review started. So here we have the accessories for Daijyujin. We have his horn cannon laser things of the blue and pink type translucent effect parts. We have his mammoth shield and two pairs of swappable hands. And we have his legendary dinosaur god horn sword at the back here, or the powered sword from Power Rangers at the back there. That's pretty much the accessories. Not much, and I'll get more into them later on in this review. So let's now cut away and take a look at the figure. Through the articulation, then the detail afterwards. So the articulation for Daijyujin is really nice. You've got a nice rotation at the arm or the shoulder. A lot of people think that's breaking or cracking the ball joint. I think it's just a very stiff ball joint, and it really does sound bad. You've got a nice hinge gimmick here on both sides where you can pull it forwards, and you can then get him into some more iconic poses. You've got out and in movement by the same ball joint, bicep swivel, double elbow bend, a very nicely one as well, because as you can see we've got some nice effects there. Wrist articulation and wrist bends, a very nice wrist bend, but bring it out too far it loses the illusion. And nice swiveling at the ball joint. Nice up and down ab crunch. If you lift it, it can extend slightly. As you can see, there's now a big gaping gap. That can now allow you to bring it down even further down. And if we take a look at the back, you can literally see it there. We've got some of the trademark trans stamp information in the back there. Let's just pull that away. Legs, we've got out and in, forward and back motion. Not very much, hindered a little bit due to the skirt guards. We've got out and in movement because the side panels can move a little bit, so you can get some dynamic poses. Swiveling at the upper thigh, double bend here, and it's really nice. So it's got a lot of articulation there. Pivoting at the foot, so it can go left and right, up and down, and if you pull it down a little bit you can get it into other poses, so you can bring it down a little more and then bend the front of the Triceratops down so it looks like that. So it really does bring it all around. So, same with Saber-Tooth Tiger, you can bring down the foot, bring it down, and you can move these back and that can go up, so you've got a little bit more articulation here. And this can do the same thing as the Triceratops, and that can all go and it snaps back into place really nicely. Head, the ball joint, the head, the neck can move, and so can the head. Can fully rotate, full 360. You can look at it up and down and stuff. It looks really nice. The back cannons, unlike the show, I think if I remember correctly in Zyuranger, they do use these also in Daijyujin, and they don't move or anything, they just been fired like in stationary mode like this. But what they've done here is they incorporate some movable cannons here, so you can have them moving, and they're on just a simple ball joint. Just a simple ball joint so it can move around, double-ended ball joint so it can go move around left to right, rotation, and then just fold back neatly. Well, I think it's very nicely done, and I'll get into the detail in a minute. And that's pretty much the articulation done. So let's get into the details, and I'll explain more in depth of the details. As you can see here, we've got nice little details from the horn here. As you can see, we've got the nice paint stripe here as well, going all the way across the face, and the nice painted yellow eyes, and the nice little yellow crest at the top as well. The white paint follows down to the bottom, as you can see here. Going to one of the shoulders, because they're pretty much identical, just mirrored. We've got the classic M logo here, with the nice yellow articulation here, articulation paint work, with a nice little hint of black and a little bit of white. Going down to the bicep, we got nice little painted details here. If I rotate it a little bit, you can see a lot of intricate details as well. On the main arm of Daijyujin, we got the iconic yellow. As you can see, he's got this nice little bit of paint there, of the yellow, red, and white. And now that we go back up to the chest here, we can see the nice pterodactyl-like dinosaur teeth-esque chomp type motif on the bottom. And as we go down, we've got the nice silver lines come down here with the nice yellow and blue stripe as well, and another silver line. We've got the nice painted blue arrow type triangled systems on the sides, and the nice red and yellow, black detail there. We're sadly missing the black paint apps that are on the DX toys, and probably I think they vanished somehow in the actual show, because this is nearly 100% suit accurate to the suit model, so it's all up to the suit. Coming down here, we have nice black paint on the nice arms, and that's pretty much it. So that's really, really cool. And then when we go down to the first leg, let me now zoom out a little bit so I can indicate the legs, because there literally are differences, because they're both made out of two different Zords. You've got the nice little like red here and the black square. Going down, we have the nice little yellow markings, and then going right down to the bottom, we have nice little red eyes. Just going to the look there, just nice little yellow red eyes there. On the back here, we have got some nice little indications of the TR and then tops on the sides here, and we've got nice little painted details here as well of the treads, the caterpillar tracks, and on the side here, on both of them, they have both the same detail. They both got the black markings there, and we've got the nice detail of the representing gun tails, and the nice gold lines here as well. The nice red mark on the saber-tooth tiger with the nice eyes, and the nice sharp teeth, like saber teeth, and nice painted feet for the saber-tooth as well, going with the nice red and the black painted tires. Same again with the nice detail around here, with a lot of nice paint work here as well of the saber and the ST designs on the back. I'm going to be also showing you a lot of the intricate details used here as well. We've got nice like wire work here. Nice wire work here, as you can see, nice little bit of wire work to make it look like it's a robot and not a guy in the suit, what I think is kind of really, really cool. And on the back here, we've got a lot of detail on the back, and I'm not going to miss this out, so I'm going to keep it zooming. We've got the nice tail folded up here, like going up to the back, and then the tip just folding down. That is definitely show accurate. And we've got the nice painted folded in feet, and that is show accurate. A lot of images, and me owning the season 1 and watching Zyuranger, that is suit accuracy as well. It's having those little feet molded into the back. And it's really nicely detailed as well. Well, I think it's kind of cool. Underneath we have got a Tomoshi stage peg, but he's really, really, really cool. And you can get him in so many different poses, and I'm going to show that off now in a cutaway. Before I get into the whole poses thing, I want to take a look at the nice effect part here of the legendary Thunder Slash. Got really not. You can't even see it very well on my camera because of the lighting. You can see the nice lightning bolts are going around it. It is actually trying to mimic the little glow effect they used in the show, with the lightning also surrounding it to do his final attack. And that's really good. It works. It's effective. It's really effective. But it works more like a sheath for the sword, and I'll show off that as well. So that was a nice little touch they included. And here we have his main antenna weapon. I'll show off a pose with that. Literally you can unpeg it and you can just rotate it to however you want, but I am keeping it together because it is really confusing how to get it back together. But it's a nice blue and pinkish lightning going and has a nice show they can't even see, and I'll be showing this off as well in the poses. It's really nice, does the job, and it's really cool as well. Now we have the nice detailed mammoth shield. We've got the whole iconic mammoth head here with the nice yellow paint and red paint going down, the green eyes, the M, the green and white areas for the mammoth, and the nice little yellow and red bits for part of the head. And then we come to the back and we've got the nice detail of the handle. The tusks are nicely done as well. They're not as sharp than I thought they would be, but they are there, and it's got a nice trunk as well. You know what the hands look like. I'm not going to show these off if you've already had a review of or if you've already seen a review of Daijyujin. Here we have his legendary sword. This is a really nice piece. It's actually really accurate to the show. We've got the nice hilt here, painted in black, with the nice silver tip, nice and pointy, and very nicely painted as well. I really do enjoy that. This is a very nice piece of plastic. It's really cool. So now let's cut away to some poses. So, Super Robot Chogokin Daijyujin. Do I recommend him? Of course I do. He is the freaking Megazord. He's an ultimate posable Megazord, coming with iconic accessories that only Daijyujin or the Megazord needs. And he is absolutely perfect, going down to details, to paint apps. Everything that you've seen in this review, he is wonderful. Fan of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or a fan of Zoo Ranger, I super recommend this guy. He is pretty much the Megazord figure if you haven't got one. He doesn't separate in his 5 components. Who cares? If you want that, get the DX version. And if you want others, get those. But this is an awesome posable figure, good for stop motions, good for comic strips, and everything. So you don't really need to worry about missing out. He's there. He's there to be posed and there to look good. The last pose I got him here is going to be the pose that I put on the shelf because it just looks, to me, an okay standard, not very good at poses pose. So simple pose that anybody can do. And this has been Jazzimus Rider on YouTube and Facebook, and White Ranger from Toku Nation. And I'll see you next time for another whenever review of whatever. Maybe Akiba Red, because I got him as well. I might review him after a few days have passed. But I'm gonna. So I'll see you next time for another review. Bye bye for now.